Normally we do advertisements for cars or movies or whatever, which I usually don't agree with. I'm a convert to the faith, so for this I was extremely excited because in my own work, my own fine art, I do a lot of religious work, but I never have the chance to do it on the walls. So being able to do this was just a true blessing because I've always thought it'd be great to do large-scale religious works in public places like this. Basically have to scale it up to the exact dimensions of the building, so it's a somewhat involved process. We get the artwork, like in this case we got the artwork from you guys, and we have to draw out kind of a stencil, we call it a road map, so that when we scale it, we have all the lines of the face, all the important lines, the lettering and stuff like that. And then in a dark room we project that onto paper that's 4 feet tall, and we use an electric pounce pen to follow those lines that are projected that are the shape of the face and whatnot, and that burns holes wherever we see the line. So then we get all these long, they're long sheets of paper the width of the wall, and we put them up there and we put charcoal on them, and then we roll them away and the dots are left. So we connect the dots, and we do that all the way down the wall until we get the drawing up there, which is really the same technique that Michelangelo used to do the Sistine Chapel.
As a convert, as you're up there and you're stenciling everything and painting, what's going through your head? Is there anything in particular to faith?
Well, when I was painting Pope Francis' face, I was saying a rosary the whole time because it's nerve-wracking, especially with probably the most well-known person in the world, making sure that it looks like him. And so I was extremely nervous going into it. I've been doing this for a long time, so I've done hundreds of faces, but still, especially with a well-known figure. So yeah, I was praying the rosary and trying to get the grace from the Lord to make sure that I captured him.
Right. So do you think you did a good job? Everybody seems to think so.
I think so. I think it looks like him. I still have not done my final touch-ups, so that's just the first laying it down. But yeah, I think it looks like him. At least he's smiling, and I captured his smile, so I'm happy about that.
Right away, I'd be like, well, how do you feel about that painting? And they'd be like, it belongs here. It belongs in New York City, which was I thought that was extremely interesting. As the painter of this, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I think that that's very true, especially because in New York, through all the cultural changes in the last century, I suppose, there's kind of a reawakening of our roots and our history here, and as to what established our culture, our customs, or even our laws. And so I think there's a deep recognition with seeing the Pope that this has to do with the very basis of our way of thinking and who we are. And I think people are recognizing that again, that you can't just forget about Catholicism and the Pope, but it's the foundation of the city in a lot of ways, and of Western Europe and of the immigrants here, so many immigrants who are Catholics. And I think it really does say something about the people who are seeing that, it's time to kind of address who we are again, because we seem to have gotten a little bit lost, culturally speaking.
And now when the Pope pulls up, he's definitely going to see this, and this painting will probably be in every good picture taken, because they'll try to get everything. How do you feel about that? And what do you hope the Pope will think when he looks at it?
Yeah, well, I hope, that would be a great opportunity if he did, and I just hope that, he is happy with the likeness, of course, and, sees the impact upon the city. And for me, that's just a tremendous blessing that something I worked on will be seen by the Pope. And yeah, I mean, I really think it's a great thing to have him here and the picture there, and it just sets the tone for his whole visit.